Hey guys, Miata Man here. Today I bought this thing. It's a POS, let's face it. It's a parts car with the ad reading that with an inspection, yeah, you could probably get this back on the road. You just need an inspection. So I'm going to run through a few things on what to look for on a car like this, whether you're buying it as a parts car or if you're buying it with the intention that you're going to put a bunch of money in and do some work and make it roadworthy again. This one, not going to happen. But if you're looking at something like this in the future, this might actually save you some hassle. So, first of all, what we want to find out is, do the windows roll down? Because these window regulators are expensive. If you're buying a parts car, maybe you want these. And if they don't work and you're trying to get an inspection done and somebody finds out they don't work, then you're going to have to spend good money to replace them. So now the window crank's busted off. It's no good. So let's see if the window works. It's stiff, but it's working. So that's good news. So that's nice. Now, let's have a look under the hood. Oh yeah, I forgot. We can't look under the hood. And the reason is, somebody screwed it shut on both sides. So, yeah, there you go. There's another screw there. The reason they've done that is because it's horrible. The hood hangs over the front bumper. The lights will not close. They're misaligned. The front bumper is crushed in, and it's also missing the signal lights. This thing's a complete dog's breakfast of a Miata. So what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna put you down and we're gonna see if we can get the hood open and find out what's underneath. So I think that's the one. Whoa, you weren't messing around when you put those in. Look at that. Holy. Okay, next. Come on, baby. All right, that was a wrap. Let's see what we got here. Well, that's good news. There's an engine in here. There's no hood prop, so I'm gonna have to just hold this thing and talk about it at the same time. But it's completely munched. The whole rad support's toast on this. I'm gonna bring you in here. Look at that. That's the bird's eye view of it. It's absolutely foobarred. Motor doesn't look too bad though. It looks okay. We've got the coilovers there. You can see the goldish orange color on those. So it's got a matching pair in the rear as well. I'll try to figure out what those are. Yeah, overall, to be honest, from the rad support back, it doesn't look too bad. From the rad support forward, it's a write-off. There's a lot of work that would have to take place for this to be able to make it back on the road. So there you go. That's what we got there. It looks complete, which is a relief because some of the other stuff on the car is missing, even though it wasn't supposed to be. So there we go. We got that there. Now I'm going to pick you up and take you around and give you the around the world tour on this thing. One of the things I want to check before we go around is we'll check the other window regulator. All things that you want to know if they're any good, right? Yeah, that one's nice. All good there. It's a little stiff, but it's working well. There's no crunching or sounds of the cables being rusty and chafing and all that stuff. That's all good. The guy I got this from harvested the speakers and the speaker grills without telling me. It was supposed to have those, and it did in the pictures, and it doesn't anymore. Same thing with the radio. Kind of disappointing. Not the end of the world, but not cool either, if you know what I mean. Also, the radio bezel on this is foobarred. It wasn't like that in the pictures either, and that's an expensive piece. That's about $145 Canadian from the Mazda dealer last time I checked, and since then they've upped some of their prices. So that's a bummer. Really shiny shift knob. Now, that's got a lot of miles on it, You can tell somebody's had a lot of enjoyment while driving this car and smoothed that right out. That's usually how you can tell. And then we go take a look at this and we realize why. It's got 361,000 kilometers on it. So that'll usually shine your shift knob up pretty good because that's supposed to have a nice textured finish more like this here. So that's cool though. Same with this here too. They've been ripping and gripping on that. So stock wheel, which is cool. This is the Canadian spec wheel that I actually quite like. It's a very comfortable steering wheel. Nice view of the gauges through it as well. Seat is toasty, right down to the metal bar that's in there. Same thing on this side. Speaker has been harvested and so is the speaker grill. The door panel's ugly as sin. What else we got back here? A little bit of mold in the back corner there, and I'll bet you it's the same in there, but not as bad. This is foobarred here. That's missing either the cup holder or the ashtray that would have been in there. There was something screwed in here at one point. Who knows what that might have been. Glove box works. Let's see what's in there. Oh yeah, it's pretty gross, but it's okay. What else we got here? Nice top on this car, so that's a bonus. We've got some pretty dodgy bodywork in the front. Check this out. Yep, that's not even attached. Nah, it's just loose, which is good. That means it's gonna come off easier when I take it off. Now, this is the fun part of this car right here. Check this out. Just a bit of filler, hey? Look at this. We've got a massive amount of filler on this car. It's just fallen off in chunks. There's another thing there. So to give you an idea how thick that is, I'm gonna get ourselves a good old Canadian loonie, $1 coin for all you other guys that are in other countries. And you could see that it's like 2 loonies thick. I'm sorry for the dirty hands here, guys. Look at that. That doesn't even, like, I could put 2 of those in. That's how thick that Bondo filler is. That's insane. We got some interesting wheels. This one's damaged, unfortunately, but these are Imperio wheels with some okay looking tires on them. They're Goodyears. We got a lot of rust that's been covered up and repaired, or well, not repaired, let's call it covered up with Bondo. Right there. Tempted to give it a shot and see if it falls apart. Oh yeah, that's all just Bondo for sure. Now, you're gonna laugh when you see this next part, because you look underneath and the rail's pretty rusty, right? There's like a chunk of it hanging off there. There's a hole right in here. All good stuff to know if you're looking at Miatas, whether or not you're buying them as a parts car or otherwise. You've got nothing left in here. This is actually one of the worst ones I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of them. If we keep going up inside the wheel well here, it gets worse. There's some weight in there. There's nothing left. This is out of control. Hang on, tires are taking up a lot of the room where I can get in there and look, but like that there, guys, is shocking. Hilarious, but shocking. Let's see if I can get you in there for a good look from this angle. Nah, not really. Anyway, completely foobarred, nothing left of it. It's an absolute rust bucket. Like, I've never seen anything quite that bad on one of these. But you know, when you look at how much filler is in it, it's not surprising. Next thing we're gonna have a look at is underneath. And I was looking at this, wondering what that was, right? And I figured out it's actually the underlay from the interior carpet. And the reason it's there is because there's a giant hole in the floor. It's toast. Yeah, another hole there, but like, you can put your fist through there. It's nuts. We got an old aftermarket cheapo cat on there, catalytic converter. We do actually have something of worth on this car, and that is the differential. From what I'm seeing in the center of the frame there, I can see what looks a lot like a 1.8 differential, which is what this thing was supposed to have, so that's good. The custom exhaust that they said it had is a pile of crap. It's no good at all. It's just a hack job Frankenstein. And let's go around the back end, have a look. Tail lights are okay. They're not wrecked, as far as I can tell. They look okay, so that's good. Even the trunk lid's not wrecked. That's the back of the diff. It's bigger than a 1.6 diff. It's funny though, it is a 1.8, but it does have the stub axles, and I've only seen a few 1.8 diffs that have those. So that's kind of cool. It does have them. The exhaust is like I say, it's a pile of crap. It's nothing special. It's just a hack job, muffler shop, cheapo that's not got much life left in it. And these guys are the coilovers that are in this car, and if anybody could tell me what those are, I'd be very grateful. Yeah, because I'm not exactly sure. They're not Yonaka, they're something else, and there used to be a label on this one, but I can't tell what it was. But I may look at the fronts a little closer and get the wheels off later, and then we'll find out. So that's what we got. We got a real banged in frame rail underneath. Actually, not that bad. It's a bit, no, it is. It's caved in. Yep. So there we go. That's that side of it. Now, let's see if this thing fires up. Oh yeah, the guy harvested those off of it too before telling me. And there's nothing in the trunk for the battery. Everything else, including the tail light electrics, where the bulbs go, the bulb holders or sockets, they're all gone. They're missing. Oh, there's the top of the coilovers. This one's missing. We've got the light for the wiring for the third brake light, and the rest of it on the trunk lid, which normally runs up here, and to the light itself, that's all missing. There's no crank, no jack, no spare tire, and no carpets, and also no finish panel for the inside, like that felt, the plastic thing covered with felt that usually sits and hides all of that stuff. So we got that, and this thing is supposed to run, so let's find out if it does. Good sign. Ready? Oh, I gotta put the clutch in. Yeah. And there's one of the first mosquitoes of the year trying to bite me. Oh, got away. I'm sure he's gonna bite me later. Oh shit. Oh yeah, I forgot this thing doesn't have any e-brake. I'm gonna have to put a chock under it before I can try and start it. Always a good idea anyway, no matter what. Now, let's see. Yeah, that's disappointing. So, yeah, it runs. No, it doesn't. It doesn't run. There you go. Well, guys, that's what we got. I bought a pile of crap today, and I did buy it as a parts car, but it's really not a good parts car either. So, and we've got a cracked windshield too. So there we go, guys. Another interesting day in my driveway. And if you have any questions, comments, put them in the comments section. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and there'll be more interesting videos on Miatas coming your way soon. Thanks, guys.